These are the extensions of Fortran. Fortran was extended to use in areas that it was not originally intended for. The Fortran include proposal writing language, Format, QuickTran, and DSL. Proposal writing language. This is a unique extension of Fortran. Here, 12 statements were added to create this extension. These statements include alphabet input, right margin, left margin, and so on. These statements are really useful to create the extension that is used in the Fortran. Now let's discuss about these statements. The stop statement was changed to some extent to control the termination of the proposal writing process. Now let's see these 12 statement types and what they are for. First, alphabetic input. This makes the computer read from card format by looking as many alphabetic variables as named in the list. Next is alphabetic insert. This gives the names of variables that are inserted into the text. These are really useful extensions. Third statement is numeric insert. This makes the insertion of the value of the Fortran variable stable. Next, paragraph statements. This permits the user to define a subprogram, and this is really a useful statement. The prepare paragraph is the fifth one. This invokes subprogram and adds its text to the body of the proposal with the suitable replacements made by the parameters. Sixth one is stop statements. Format. Format is another important extension of Fortran which was invented by Gene Shamet with the help of Robert Tobin. This is to manipulate algebraic statements, and this is used in Fortran version 4. There are 5 major contributions of format to the technology. Now let's discuss about them. Contribution of format. Format contributed a lot to the technology. It initiated the idea of adding this type of ability as a language to a language. This tells us the use of language to make another language. Not only that, this illustrated the practical system can be created to perform algebraic manipulations on the computer. This consumes very less memory, and this tells how to use practical algorithm to doing simplification. Format assisted people to turn away from numerical analysis and move back to analytical solution to the problems. QuickTran. QuickTran is the online version of Fortran. This was developed at the beginning for IBM 70440. Purpose of this was to enhance user debugging abilities. This is a strong debugging terminal, and this was added to Fortran later. It was initial online system to use standard equipment. It remained compatible with existing language. Even now, in Fortran, QuickTran is used. That is another special feature of QuickTran. Graph. Graph is the graphic addition of Fortran. This uses display variables and It was a data type which was added to the Fortran. This has the ability to generate a display when transmitted to the right device. The names of the display variables are similar to the Fortran variables. This is really important extension of Fortran. The influence of Fortran. Fortran influenced a lot to the technology. That's why the Fortran is even used in present day. Fortran 2 was very successful. Fortran was for the scientific calculations, and this is machine dependent, so that it can be used in several machines. Fortran success. At a glance, you may see Fortran is not successful, but it was really a successful programming language. It obtained its developers' goals as a high-level language, and Fortran is still used because of its success. It's used to do scientific calculations. Evolution of Fortran. Fortran did an evolution in the concept of programming language because it was the first true high-level programming language, and it is the success of the history of programming. The history of evolution of Fortran is comparable to the overall evolution of programming, and this introduced many concepts to the concept of programming languages because it is a high-level programming language, and Fortran is still remain and most widely used programming language, which gave birth to another programming languages. RAD4 was another programming feature, a control structure that can be translated into Fortran. Since these preprocessors permitted programmers to use Fortran without giving up the use of new control features. This gave birth to a new dialect of Fortran called Fortran 77. American National Standard Institute gave this dialect of Fortran a standard in